El poder paranoico de Alenka Zupančič. Lo dije mal. Lo
¿Sí?
practiqué. A ver, no va a pasar. Permítame decirlo de la
O
manera.
sea, se escribe Zupancic.
Y se pronuncia Zupančič.
A ver.
No, pues ya lo dije
¿Quién
mal.
sabe?
Ya la vergüenza me
Zupančic.
consume. No,
Híjole.
Ya, olvídalo.
No, pues ya,
Y
ni
aparte
hablar.
tenía mi pronunciator acá
Debe
conmigo.
Pobre toda la gente eslovena que nos ve. Una disculpa.
Es
por-
el poder
por
paranoico sobre mí. Bueno, esto es una conferencia y un texto en el que la filósofa eslovena analiza el resurgimiento de liderazgos autoritarios.
Por segunda ocasión visita México la filósofa y psicoanalista Alenka Zupančič de Eslovenia, quien nos va a impartir una conferencia en torno al poder paranoico. Y es precisamente sobre este concepto que le preguntamos. Thank you very much, Alenka. Welcome to Mexico. We are discussing on the issue of paranoid power. What is it? How should we understand it?
Yeah, the way I formulated it, that this is a power which actually governs by not simply inducing fear, but inducing this kind of a climate of fear, the climate that people believe that everybody is after them, that everybody wants to castrate them, steal something from them, take something from them, and that is in no way power that is in no way empowering for the people. So it's a power that uses very often dire economic circumstances that are real, that people feel every day, and then plays them in this way that makes people even more powerless, but at the same time angry, and turning to this kind of power, which is itself paranoiac.
What kind of similarities and discrepancies would there be between the regimes that we saw through the 20th century and today's? Is there any possibility of comparison? Are there any variables?
Yeah, I mean, one can definitely compare these two things, but it's not exactly the same thing. The context has changed, but now there is another threat of this specific regime that is emerging, which is that it's no longer simply the foreign enemy. It started with everybody else is wanting to do something to us. The foreign the foreign enemy that we need to defeat. Now it turned against its own people. They are sending army to their cities, deporting obviously immigrants, but also people who are simply critical. I hope that this can still somehow stop or steer this kind of politics off its rails and into another direction. But this is far from certain, because you also see civil society organizing in the support of these figures. And so it's kind of also civil society can be a very ambiguous thing, as it has been during fascism, for instance.
What about propaganda? Propaganda has been a key feature of these sort of regimes, of autocratic or dictatorship regimes. So now perhaps the playground has changed somehow, given new technologies and even this invisible dictatorship of artificial intelligence, perhaps. What's your perspective towards that?
It's this kind of really ambiguous thing, which you cannot simply say it is good or bad, because it is composed of so many things, and it could be used in so many different ways. There is also the fact that it's not only propaganda, but the very logic, let's say, of a certain way in which these regimes think is being amplified, propagated, dissipated virally by all these kind of means.
Would you consider violence as a result or as a part of the evolution of capitalism or post-capitalism?
Violence? Well, I mean, there's always been violence, but there is much more of, I would say, state violence in this, particularly these later stages of capitalism. I mean, again, we can see this now in the States and in some other places where state is actually the most violent thing, not only by means of police or the army, which are there, but also by means of certain kind of, let's say, legal or systemic violence. The violence perpetrated by the state is definitely something which is quite one of the most difficult things to oppose, precisely because state normally it's supposed to be, at least to some extent, protecting or doing things efficiently in a way that keeps the violence at bay, even if it also causes some repression. So, the violence, and I think it is related to this late state of capitalism, which kind of declares itself or declares the game to be simply like open hunt. You know, just you go and whoever wins, there is this kind of Hunger Games atmosphere. Then also it uses violence and it uses this conviction in people that either you kill your neighbor or you die yourself.
Alenka Zupančič, filósofa y psicoanalista eslovena, con estas interesantes reflexiones en torno al poder paranoico y otros aspectos de la vida del mundo que nos toca presenciar.